Cheers. This is quite exciting. Not only are the strawberries already turning red, but I've also got some tomatoes. Check this out. Look how fantastic these are looking. And as you can see, the mesh nets have clearly worked. They've done their magic. They've kept them safe, apart from this one, because they didn't bother with that one. But look. Isn't that fantastic? I'm so excited about that. And let's check out the raspberry situation as well. Yep, they look like raspberries. They're doing really well as well. Here's Amy's ones. Let's just check her little trusses. Yeah, they look okay. Yeah, they look like they are doing well. However, they're not doing as well as mine because I don't want to get all cocky with it, but I have actually got some tomatoes. Here they are. Look at that. Isn't that good? So that's one. That's two. There's some more somewhere, I believe. Yeah, over here. Back here. Look at them. How exciting is this? And I've got a couple there as well. Oh my goodness. And these actually need tying up, so that's what I'm going to be doing now. While we're here, just look at the peas, which are double the size actually from when I last looked at them. Compost is quite dry in these, so I'm going to have to sort that out. The potatoes in here. There's a lot of empty space here, but you've got two massive things there. Got all the carrots as well, doing fantastic. Quite an empty space here, so it means less pinching, I guess, but we'll have to have a look at that soon. And all of these potatoes doing really well. And these were the new, what are these? The red onions already showing themselves, but they're not doing as good as these ones over here. Look at them. Actual onions going on here. More strawberries. God, and some lettuce as well. So there we are, everything in the garden is actually thriving and it's doing really, really well. The big raspberry plant is massive now, it's as tall as the water butt. Look how big that is, that is pretty wild. But if we look on the ends here, raspberry's doing really well. And I've noticed there's lots of ants for some reason. What are they doing? Why are they doing that? So, yeah, here we go. Look, you can see the ant activity. I'm not really sure why they're doing this. However, they don't seem to be creating any chaos, so that's a good thing. Now let's just take a little look inside the greenhouse. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Like, this is crazy green. Look how big these are. Look at that. That is insane. The beetroots are all massive. And the new cress as well. That's doing fantastic. This was all yellow, like that colour, not too long ago. But it actually raised up the compost all by itself, created this yellow layer underneath, so I removed the compost on top and now it's all turned green again, so that's fantastic. Look at these. This is the lettuce. They're doing ever so well. And the younger beets, which again are doing really well. These lettuces are really strong. This is unfortunate. I don't know what's done this. Is that a slug? A beetle of some sort? Not sure. And there is the kiwi plant. That's doing really well. That's really strong actually. I might actually have to take that out. I'm not sure what to do with that just yet. Talking of taking things out, I'm going to take all of these beets out because they seem to be doing ridiculously well. So I don't want to jeopardise any of the growth. But, oh god, I don't know if I have to split some of these. So you can see one big one in the middle and then a couple either side. So like this one here and then this one here, I might take those out because they're going to disturb the growth of the big one. God, wow, this is actually incredible. This is so good, so good. So there we are, that's the update. Another update video, and this is absolutely fantastic. Check out all of this behind me. Look how big the raspberry is. It's bigger than the water butt. Who would have thought that? I definitely didn't. Before we go there though, let's check out the strawberries because they are doing ridiculously well. Check up all of these out. Look, I've got a whole punnet of strawberries on this one, and the bags have luckily saved all of these ones. This one, where is it? This one over here was the only one that wasn't in a bag, and you can see it has been good bait because it's been eaten, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted that one out so they didn't attack the rest, and it's clearly worked because these have all got really big sized strawberries on top. There's one over here as well, look at these. How great do they look? And there's some really good big ones. Where are they? There's somewhere in there. But basically, oh, they're here. Basically, they haven't turned red yet, but they have got to their full size. And that is really exciting. So what I'll end up doing is I'm just going to get a little container and pick some of the better ones on here. And then I can free up some of the bags to put on the raspberries because they're also going red. Check this out. As you can see, those ones in the bag doing really well, but not as well as these ones. Check them out. How fantastic is that? You can see one's been eaten because there's been no bag on it, but that's okay. Oh look, there's ants all over that one. Do you think they're the culprit? I don't know. I've just pulled this one out because, as you can see, this was restricting the one in here. It was actually growing like right next to it, but I've kind of sacrificed this one, but it doesn't matter because you can eat the leaves, and this is good in a salad, so I'm going to have that. And you've got all of these ones in here doing the same sort of thing. Look at the kiwi plant. Look how big it's getting, and it looks like it's grown in between. Yes, it has. You can just about see it in there doing something. The leaves are fantastic. Look how big they are. They're almost the size of my hand. That's fantastic. And lots of other beetroot and lettuce and things in there. Carrots are doing okay. You can just about see them. They are starting to sprout. As are these. My red onions and here. And the carrots. Doing really well. This is Amy's pepper. That wasn't looking that healthy the other day, but that's okay. You've got all the potatoes as well, still doing their thing. The lavenders are now come out, so that's really pretty. Got the new carrots, more beets, and the peas. Look at this. This is really cool. Now, I've never done peas before, but you can see that's going to be one of the peas in the pod. So that's something new. And then these are my tomatoes, again, doing really, really well. As you can see, we've got some growth. Actual tomatoes. And on that one there. And on that one there. How cool is that? And you've got a ton more coming your way. So what I've got to do is, these aren't actually attached. So I've got to tie them up at some point. Oh, check them out. More onions. And then we've got some more raspberries as well here. Again, it's been eaten on the very edge, which is a bit annoying, but we have got a few good ones as well, and there is more inside there. I've noticed that there's a ton, I mean a ton, of ants on the raspberry plants, so I'm going to actually put some Vaseline, I know it sounds a little bit weird, on the base of the pot, and this is basically to stop them from climbing up the pot. So they don't want to get sticky, they don't want to get stuck, so they avoid the Vaseline on the pot, and that basically stops them from eating or doing whatever they're doing on the plant. So we're going to do that as well. Pick the strawberries. I'm going to bag up some of the raspberries as well, especially the ones that haven't gone red yet, but there's lots to do, so let's do that right now. How great is that? They're proper sizes as well. Got this one. I'm going to take that one off just because it's looking a bit rough around the edges there. Don't know. Dare I? Dare I? I'll give it a little try, shall I? We can see that nothing has touched it on that side of it. So I reckon. Oh my goodness, look how red that is inside. That is insane. That is beautiful. I can see why the slugs or whatever has eaten it has gone for it. It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, let's carry on with the rest. So this one has only got this little one in here. So I'm gonna put a little bag on it just to cover it up. These are the only ones that we've got. These are Amy's ones. And I'm just gonna cover the remaining two on this one. So you can see that they're now bagged. And these are all the ones I've just been through. They're actually not ready to pick just yet. Let's just pop them up there. Squeeze that one in. So you can see there's still quite a lot that's not quite ready, but they are really good sizes. And that's all that matters really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these ones. I think these are the only ready ones. And these ones here. Now I might take those in for lunch tomorrow. Just take the net off of this one. Ugh. What on earth? What has gone on there? I don't know if that's edible. I'll leave that one, I think. However, these are edible, so we're gonna take these ones off. There we are. Look how amazing that is. That's one. That's two. They look really good. Oh. Well, I'm not too convinced with that one either. Would that be alright for jam? Maybe. I'll put it in actually. I won't put that one in because it's got a little bit of mould on it. I'll leave that one. So that's that one. So these are the remaining ones. So I'll just take the bag off. Like so. Look how cool they are. They're proper as well, aren't they? Get them in shot, I'll just take a little photo. That's great. So that. And that's my lot at the moment. But what I'll do with these ones, because they're not quite ready, I'm going to put one of these bags back on and then we'll put it over with the rest. And there we have it. That's safe there. I don't want it to fall off. There we go. Beautiful. And then we're left with this. So what we do here, I'm going to do the same as the strawberries. I'm going to cover them up with the strawberry bags and just pop that over the top of it so they are now safe. I'm just going to take this one off. Beautiful. Now I'll put the bag on the rest of them. Right, that is that one done. I'm going to go get the other one. Just going to pop it there. Right, where do we even start with this? Why is it so big? This is ridiculous. Oh, look. What's that, green fly? And some spiders. Oh no, what is that? Is that green fly? Oh God. I'll tell you what though, look at these. How cool are they? That's fantastic. Look at that. Cannot believe that. How easy that was. I didn't really try very hard with that one. And that's the thing, anyone can do this. It's so simple. We literally bought a raspberry plant and then put it in a bigger pot, and now it's gone wild. And now this is the result. I'm really hoping that I can make some jam out of this. So this is the good thing. You literally just give it a little pull and it should just come off of the end like that. Isn't that exciting? That is so cool. Oh, raspberries. I'm a raspberry farmer. Did you know that? Do now. Just like that. Just going to repeat the process. There we go. Another one. And that one has actually been eaten. That is a shame though. Right, now we've done that, it's time to get handy with the Vaseline. And you know what? I never thought I'd say that on this channel. So, every cloud. There's literally ants running all over the pot. And there are so many ants on here as well. Oh God, what has happened to this? Look at them. Oh good, he's just having a little drink. What a joke. Look at them all. My God. Right, so it's literally as simple as getting some Vaseline, like so. I'm going to wipe the ants away. And then I'm just going to do a little sliver of jelly all the way across. And hopefully that should be enough to tear them away. You can imagine this sliminess is not something that they're going to want to do on their travels. So this should prevent them. And I will keep you up to date on if it does or not. Is he going to go for it? Oh, you see, he went round it. I mean, it's not great to look at, but if it stops the ants from getting to it, then all the better for it, I guess. So that's that done. Now what? Was that it? I think that might be it. I knew there was something I needed to do. It was just to bag them up. So I've just done that right now. And that's all done. So there we are. And there we have it. That's everything, I think. So what I'm going to say is, once I've put that back, is thanks so much for watching. If you got anything from this, make sure you like and subscribe down below, and check out all the other videos that I've already uploaded, because the journey is absolutely incredible. From this big, this is how big the raspberry plant was, this big, and now it's almost 5 foot tall. It is ridiculous. So there we are. Thanks very much for watching. Speak to you soon. Cheers.